Since the dawn of man, humans have obsessed over making small depictions of ourselves. Effigies, statues, and trinkets have captured the imaginations of historians for centuries, but throughout all of human history, one thing has united all of these depictions. One common theme that links them all together. You cannot purchase them on Bricklink. Except one. That's right. I'm talking about the LEGO Minifigure!
In this video, we'll be going over the top 50 LEGO minifigures ever made. I feel like it needs to be said that, of course, everything on this list is my own opinion. I'm the one that came up with this list. I have my own life experiences and interests and things that lead me to like certain things. And seeing as I am the main character of the whole world, this is the objective truth. So if your favorite minifig does not appear on this list, I think it's about time that you develop some better taste and pick a better minifigure. Guys, I'm just kidding around, all right? Please don't be mad. Please don't come to my house. I don't have all the minifigs on this list, but I have a few of them here and there. And hopefully at some point I can actually have all the minifigs. Just putting it out there. Okay. Oh, and by the way, these minifigs, they're not listed in order of how much I like them, except for the top 3. The rest of them, it's just kind of a collective smoothie or a salad of all of the minifigs that I really like. So, without further delay, let's smoothly transition into the rest of the video. All right, we're starting off strong with Johnny Thunder Desert. And I'm going to be using the Bricklink listed names for all these minifigures. Johnny, he's more than an aura farmer. He owns the aura factory. He's there at the end of the production line as they're pumping out aura. He's got his mouth open at the end of the production line, and the aura, he's just consuming all of it. He's packing heat, so he's ready for anything. He's got that pistol tucked into his pants. He's got the 2 straps across. That's super cool. Comes in handy, I'm sure. And he's got that red handkerchief around his neck, the iconic red handkerchief. I mean, it doesn't get better than that. He's got a cool hat, cool mustache, and cool sideburns. And he's always doing interesting stuff. I'm sure he's got stories to tell. I like the classic style of this Johnny Thunder. I think the desert one, while he's had many iconic outfits over the years, the desert one is arguably the most iconic Johnny Thunder, so that's why it's on the list. Number 49, The Mystery Man, Highwayman, Series 17. I was able to pick up this minifigure in Chicago when I was a teenager. I went to the LEGO store and I spent like an hour trying to feel the Mystery Man in the bag. And I did eventually find him, so that was really cool. My family had all left me behind. They went into the American Girl store. I was in the LEGO store feeling bags. Remember back when we could do that? Times have changed, man. You can't feel minifigs like you used to be able to anymore. You just got to scan them. It's too easy. You know, bring back the challenge. But Mystery Man, or the Highwayman, I love his, actually, yeah, I have him partially right here. I really love the ruffled collar. I love the vest, and he's got arm printing. He's got these cool buttons on his arm. And that sweet coat, the dual molded legs, the black and dark brown dual molded legs, like those big boots. It doesn't get cooler than that. He's so menacing. He's so scary. He's going to rob you. He's going to kill you. I really like the Highwayman and this torso leg combo. I feel like you can make a lot of really great custom minifigs with this outfit. It's a bit more of a historical based one, but also it does not have any sort of flesh tone printed on, so you can use any type of minifig with these pieces. So that's a real plus. That's a real plus. Number 48, Captain Redbeard, brown epaulets, pirate hat with skull and crossbones. LEGO Pirates. It's like the most Lego-y LEGO theme there is, and there's no LEGO minifigure that is more LEGO Pirates than the classic Captain Redbeard. He probably smells good. I'd imagine most of the Lego pirates don't smell very good. They've been sweating in the brig of the ship. Captain Redbeard, though, no, he's the captain of his ship, and he can afford to smell better. I imagine he smells like a sweet, like rum, and maybe like a coconut sort of smell. That's what I imagine he smells like if you were to smell him and if he was real. Number 47, Space Police 3 alien Skull Twin. I really love the Skull Twins, light bluish gray skull helmet. When I was a kid, I used this thing on all sorts of custom villains and bad guys. And I also love the dual-sided head, like the face print that you can swap around so they can be either twin. The set that this guy was in, there was 2 of them. They are twins. And he's also got that sick Octan jumpsuit. So, represent, I guess. Pretty cool. Number 46. And I have him right here. Rock Monster, Glaciator, transparent dark blue. Glaciator, he's just one of those special types of guys. He looks like rock candy. So I do kind of want to eat him, yeah. And you can see on my copy, this is the one that I had since I was a kid. It's a little chipped. The printing is kind of chipped off, but that's okay because he's a rock monster, and I feel like it makes him look a little more authentic. They have these cute little arms, and the ability to open and close the mouth is really cool. You can put stuff in the mouth. You can put an energy crystal or a piece of dynamite in there. So really fun. It's almost like a Lego treasure chest, but as a minifigure. These guys are just delightful. They're delightful. Getting in all sorts of mischief. They're mischievous. They're troublesome, They're like little gnomes. Glaciator is my favorite of the rock monsters because he's blue. And I don't know. You would think that maybe I would like the transparent neon green rock monster Sulfurix the best. But I do feel like the color scheme works the best with Glaciator. The dark bluish gray, I think, goes best with the transparent dark blue, even more so than the other rock monsters. And he's kind of like ice themed. I don't know if he has like ice powers. He is Glaciator. He is like unto a glacier in some way. But I don't know if that's just kind of his name and his vibe, or if he can actually do something about that. So let me know what you think about Glaciator. Does he have ice powers or not? I don't know. Next up, Fantasy Era Troll Queen / Sorceress. Up until pretty recently, it was not very often that LEGO themes would have a female villain. I love the troll sorceress. I love her hood and her tattered cape, and she's got a great face print. I just like how she fleshes out the lore and the world of the trolls from Fantasy Era Castle, and she just looks really cool, I guess. I'm kind of realizing now that a lot of the minifigs I put on this list, I don't have very good reasons for. I'm just like, yeah, they look cool. She's one of those. She just looks cool. I like this. I like the sand green. That's really nice. Number 44, Aldar Beto One Piece. Not Lego One Piece, but he is One Piece. Back in the day when Lego Star Wars was first coming out, Star Wars, as you may know, has a bunch of critters and gremlins and creatures, and they're not all very humanoid, not all of them. And so the solution there was to make some specialized molds to represent some of these creatures. One of those was Aldar Beto, the pod racer, and there's just something so charming about him. He doesn't even look like a Lego piece. He looks like he should be in a he looks like he came out of a board game. But lo and behold, he does have anti-studs, and I think he looks great. I wish that LEGO would go back to making these weird, janked up minifigs that aren't even a minifig, because they're just so delightful. I mean, what's not to love? He's Aldar Beto One Piece, guys. Come on. We love Aldar Beto One Piece. All right, next up is Beaker the Muppets. Now, I do have 2 copies of Beaker. I like this character just from the Muppet Show, but I think they did a really great job with his dual molded legs, his spring yellowish green lab coat. His specialized head is just perfect. I really like the more cartoonish style that LEGO went for with these Muppets minifigures. It kind of differentiates them from kind of the same way that puppets are differentiated from real human beings in the real world. They are like a simpler felt version. They kind of adapted that idea into making the Muppets minifigs a little more cartoony in their design. And I like the simple but bold lines on his lab coat. And I think that my love for this minifigure might be a little more biased just because I like Beaker. I think he's funny, and he's got some really good points. If you ever hang around and listen to what he actually has to say. The guy, I mean, he just knows what he's talking about. I mean, I like Beaker's rhetoric. That's represented very well in the Lego minifigure. Beaker is a fun minifig to have to accompany your Lego Buns on Honeydew, so you can run all sorts of unethical ethical experiments on him. We're keeping it at an ethical level, of course. Next up is Irina Spalko. If you don't know who that is the name of the villain that Cate Blanchett plays in Indiana Jones, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, which is a really good movie, by the way. If you watch it again and you kind of just tell yourself, like, you know what, I'm not going to go into this hating it. It's pretty good. And I like the aliens. And by the way, the aliens in that movie don't just come out of nowhere. They're set up, like, from the beginning of the film. You know, you might not like it, but, like, the film... It's not a weird surprise. It's not a twist. It's just there's aliens, you know? I think it's completely fine. It goes along well with the time period that the film is set in. But Irina Spalko, I love her face expression and that whack haircut she has. It's so great. It's such a great piece to have. And her gray military coat. There's just something about this minifig. It's just got a lot of personality, and she's kind of got that kind of stank face going, which I enjoy. I like that a lot. And this goes very well with our next minifig, which is Galadriel. This minifig is quite the legend. So somehow Irina Spalko as well as Galadriel, they both are played by the actress Cate Blanchett. And they both look like actress Cate Blanchett, but they have very different face prints. They're sort of designed less around Cate Blanchett's appearance and more her performance in these films. This minifig, it's so accurate to Cate Blanchett's appearance in the Lord of the Rings, the Hobbit films. And that's actually one thing I really admire about the Lego Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit minifigs is that they resemble the actors playing them so closely. And I think we've kind of gone away from that. And you can see that especially in some of the more recent Lord of the Rings sets where they have the same minifig, but they've altered the face print. And I feel like they don't look as much like the actors as they had them in those older sets. But this is such a goated minifig to include in such a small set. It was like the Dol Guldur battle, I think. But the set that she came in also had the Witch King. It also had Elrond in his battle armor. So like all around, great set. And I love the metallic printing. And she also has a glittery cape, which I use on my sig fig. So doesn't really get better than that. I feel like I've got to shout out some of the minifigs that contributed to the look of my sig fig. I also really like her pearl gold hairpiece. I think that's a perfect color to represent her hair. And she just has this overall sort of magical and just magical vibe to her that's just really nice. And I look at this thing and I'm enchanted. I'm a little possessed. I'm hypnotized when I look at this minifig. And I look at this minifig and I feel like she's starting to tell me things. She's like, Josh, buy more Lego. Go on Bricklink, buy more Lego. Oh, what? Galadriel? Oh, knock it off. What are you talking about? I can't buy more Lego. I already bought some Lego. No, buy more Lego. Oh, okay, if you insist. Okay, next up is Saw Fist from Lego Agents. I mean, this guy, he might be a little rough around the edges, but he's got a heart of gold. What can I say? He's got a saw fist. And also, he's got like half of his face gone. He's like a cool cyborg type guy. This was kind of, I imagine, the basis for the Zane look for Lego Ninjago when he gets like his face like ripped off or what. I don't know. I haven't seen the show, but like I've seen the minifigs where they've got the like half robot face. I gotta say, Sawfist and the other Agents villains did it first. They did it first. He's also got that great flat top haircut that was so prevalent in the Lego Agents theme, and also just a great Lego haircut in general. He's got the robot arm and it's a chainsaw. What can I say? He's got a chainsaw arm. I like to imagine he's got like a tragic backstory where maybe he fell in love with this girl, but he's got like a chainsaw arm. Maybe one point is like he's trying to get married. He's up on the altar and he's got the chainsaw arm. The priest is like, all right, you may kiss the bride now. He goes, he cuts her whole hand off in front of everybody, and she dumps him for cutting off her hand. It's like a tragic backstory, kind of motivates his evil. Anyway, the next up on our list, Geonosian Dark Gray. I think, is this the first of my Star Wars minifigs? No, it's not. Aldarbedo is also on there. Just another cool alien. The Geonosian just looks weird and cool, and I like them in the video game. There's nothing to hate here. Guys, I mean, he's the Geonosian Dark Gray. Green Goblin 2, Gold Eyes. The Sam Raimi Spider-Man films, iconic as they are, left such an impact on me as a young kid. And the Green Goblin, he's just got to be one of the coolest minifigures. He's got that cool, like, armor and the legs and the helmet's great with the gold eyes. I think with the kind of the renewed interest in making Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy sets, like they just had the train set, and then there's the new Spider-Man 3 Venom set. I think it is about time that we get an updated Green Goblin minifigure, although nothing will beat the classic. But that's a challenge to you, LEGO. Let's beat the classic this time. Let's see if we can make that happen. Also, from Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy, I need to read this out. Dr. Octopus, Otto Octavius / Doc Ock, sand green jacket, sand green legs, clenched teeth smile with arms. I have a partial version of this minifig here. I could not find the whole thing. I mean, what a villain. And I love the sand green color and that bowl cut. It never gets old. I mean, people tell Lego Doc Ock, like, man, it's time to move on from the bowl cut. But no, he rocks it with confidence because that's his own personal brand. It's his personal style. He's not letting that go. And all the power to him. I love the sort of like brace around his midsection and those exposed pecs. Like this guy, he's like, you know, he might be kind of a shy, sort of nerdy dude. He's a little soft-spoken, poetic, maybe, but he's jacked. He's been hitting the gym. All around goated minifigure. Next up, Star Strike. Wait, what? You don't recognize Star Strike? Well, where have you been? What rock have you been hiding under? Star Strike, the iconic LEGO minifigure everyone loves. So yeah, Star Strike, he's actually a minifigure from LEGO Racers, and he's a little short for a minifigure, but that doesn't make him any less of a minifigure. And the reason why I love him so much is because he actually provides the face print for my sig fig. So yeah, strong personal connection to that one. I love his wide mouth that goes all across his face, his goggles, and his little tuft of red hair. That silly guy. I love this sort of 90s, early 2000s style of minifigs where they would just have these wacky face prints. This is one of the better ones in my opinion. I really like this guy. Next up, NBA player number 6. NBA player number 4 can go to hell. NBA player number 5, too good for this. NBA player number 6, he's right in the middle. He's, I mean, what can I say? He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT of NBA. Now, I look at this guy and I think, now this guy plays basketball. And he's probably pretty good at it. Number 34, Railway Employee 6. The first 5 railway employees were actually killed on the job. They had fallen onto the tracks. The train ran them over. And I don't know about you, but to me, that seems like 5 railway employees that weren't very good at their job. But railway employee number 6, he holds down the fort. He keeps everyone safe. He's good at his job, but he ain't no punk and he ain't no rat. And he lets some things slide. He's a bit of a chiller railway employee, but he's always devoted to the public safety because he knows that that's basically railway employee number 6, real life hero. This guy's a real hero. Take a look around your city. And if you don't have a railway employee 6 working your railways, I think it's time to move out of your town. Number 33, Dr. Inferno with metallic silver claw. I have Dr. Inferno right here. For some reason, He does not have his metallic claw. I believe that this may be pre-claw. Dr. Inferno that I have here, I don't know. I went through all my childhood Legos. I just found him like this. I don't know why I healed him as a kid, but I saw fit to do so, and so here he is. There's just something so evil about this man. You know he's got the worst intentions for everyone in mind. And he's committed to that completely. I like to imagine that he's got all of his Dr. Inferno employees, and they all have metal arms. All of them have metal arms, by the way. It's kind of like a metal arm cult. I kind of like to imagine that maybe he's got one metal arm guy who's got hairstyling equipment as his attachment, who does his hair every day, because that black hair with the orange highlights doesn't get better than that. This guy has style. He knows what he's about, and he's a pioneer in that field. He's got his own hairstyle stamped on a logo that he puts on his own body, and also the jumpsuits of all of his employees. So that's pretty epic. He's got a cool scar and a scary eye. So classic villain stuff. And he's got that cool lab coat. So you know he's all up to all sorts of crazy science in that lab of his in that volcano. Next up is Flex from Mission Deep Freeze. Whenever there's a Mission Deep Freeze, Flex is on the job. And Flex, he doesn't quit until the job is done. Next up, Suit Black, flat top, blue sunglasses. Little is known about this mysterious and elusive character. He's seen around a LEGO World City. Nobody's quite sure as to what his job is. He travels to and fro along the highways and byways of the LEGO World City. He rides in vehicles. He goes into buildings. What is he up to in those buildings? That's the question. What is he up to? One must imagine that he is in some way responsible for keeping the entire city together. Without, frick is his name? Suit Black, flat top, blue sunglasses, LEGO World City would collapse into ruin. I know I talked about Aura earlier with Johnny Thunder, but Suit Black, flat top, blue sunglasses, I fear, may have Johnny Thunder beat in that department. I mean, what a Chad. An alpha Chad, no less. He trains his body to be a machine. He trains his mind to be a computer. If I were to see this guy coming towards me down the street, I would immediately feel intimidated. I would feel like a lesser man. Astrobot female, Sandy Moondust. Sandy, I see you. What are you doing later, Sandy? Sandy Moondust. Because I just gotta say, you're looking quite ravishing tonight. And I was wondering if you weren't doing anything. Maybe you and I could hit the town, share some drinks, share some stories and some laughs, drive home together. We'll take it from there, Sandy Moondust. Next up, Ninja Shogun, blue with armor. This guy rocks. Now, I gotta say, I don't have any Ninjago in this list. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, sue me. Okay, I don't know anything about Ninjago. I just don't collect that stuff. I'm sorry. So this is the closest we're gonna get. Ninja Shogun, blue armor. He's a mastermind. He's a master of his craft. And he can perceive things that go unseen by the common eye. He strikes swift in his enemies despair. Because when this guy walks in the room, and if you're on the wrong end of that table, yeah, you know you're taking the next train to Dead Town. That's right. Because he's going to kill you with his sword. The next one is a little favorite of mine. RoboForce Yellow. Chip Nebula. Guys, Chip Nebula. We love Chip Nebula. Look at him with his transparent neon green space helmet. Those cool shades and all the wiring and circuitry going up and down his whole body. He's like a half robot, half man. This guy is cool. We want to share a drink with Chip Nebula. Chip. I like to imagine that Chip, he's the kind of guy, he's a little nonchalant. He's humble, you know. You get to know Chip. He's actually a really cool guy. He's got a lot of stories. and also just a lot of experience. Like, he's a good guy to go to for advice. Because Chip, he's been around the block, but he's still young and he's still active. He's still smart. But he's just like that guy who's just a little bit ahead in life, a little more ahead of life than you. And he's just kind of just barely gone through the sort of things you're starting to get into. And he's got the best advice that steers you in a completely different direction. He knows, and he has good connections too. Like, he knows people. So you always go to Chip Nebula first. And the thing is, he's happy to give the advice. He's never annoyed by it. You think, am I pestering him too much? Am I going to that door too often? But he genuinely doesn't mind. He doesn't care at all. He's got his own stuff going on, and he tends to be a pretty busy guy. So it can be a little hard to get a hold of, but when you do get a hold of him and, you do schedule something out, that is going to be the best hangout of your life. You're going to be remembering that and replaying it in your head for months after. Chip Nebula, he probably takes off his transparent neon green space helmet, sets it down on the table, and you know what? He probably lets you try it on too. If you asked him, he would let you try it on, no problem. And yeah, it would be like the coolest thing. You'd be taking selfies. He'd offer to take the photo for you. He's Chip Nebula, guys. He's so cool. So next up, Bionicle Mini Toa Enika Matoro. We all know Matoro from The Legend of the Bionicle, and I feel like I had to put a Bionicle something on this list just because it is so cool and just impactful for my life and whatever, and I love it. But Matoro, there might be a little bit of bias here because he is a really great character in that story. And I also like the action figure Toa Enika Matoro. But I don't know, man. This figure is kind of underrated. I know these guys, they're a little weird, but like their elements are really great for building custom robots and droids and that sort of thing. And if I was gonna pick any single one of them, it'd have to be Toa Enika Matoro. Cool guy, solid guy. He's died and come back to life like multiple times. He's like an ice guy. He's got control over death. And yeah, he's going to go find the Mask of Life and awaken the Great Spirit Mata Nui. What can I say? Scarecrow, glow-in-the-dark head. All of you LEGO Batman enjoyers can rest easy now that I've shouted this out. But one of my weaknesses is glow-in-the-dark heads. I love them. I think that anything will instantly be like 100 times cooler as soon as it's glow in the dark. And this Scarecrow looks so scary and so menacing. This is probably the scariest Lego Scarecrow that we have gotten so far. And I love that hat of his, but it's really that crazy face print that really drives it home for me. Next up, Lego Star Wars again, guys. Classic Lego Star Wars. Now we've got Zam Wessel, who's a really special minifigure because she is the only Lego minifigure to feature the sand purple color in her torso and legs, which is really cool. She also has a dual-sided face. I feel like there were dual-sided heads around this time. I know that there was one in Harry Potter, but they were not by any means the standard at this point. But she did have a dual-sided head. One of them is a cool alien print. She has that awesome Rock Raiders helmet that we love. And yeah, those sand purple pieces are a real standout. There has not been a Zam Wessel minifig since, and it's probably because they know they can't top this one. Vampire. The classic Lego Vampire from Lego Studios remains one of the best Lego Vampires, period. The Monster Fighters one is really great, granted, but there's just something about this guy, his like pointy hair. He's got blood on his face. It's actually one of the rare Lego minifigures that has liquid blood anywhere on it. It's not something you see very often, but I suppose because it is a Lego Studios set, it is not real blood. He is an actor portraying a vampire, so it is fake blood, and thus probably okay for Lego to be making something so graphic and so violent. This vampire, he looks scary and he looks great. And the Lego Studios line is just so amazing. So yeah, cool guy. I feel like I need to have better things to say about some of these minifigs. Next up, UFO Zotaxian Alien. Gray Overlord, Alpha Draconis. Also, a very menacing, cool, sexy alien minifigure. I'm actually realizing now that a lot of the minifigs I have on this list are aliens. It may have something to do with the fact that I really like aliens. Something to ponder. Lieutenant James Gordon, black hair, black suit, dark red tie. Jeffrey Wright's portrayal of Lieutenant James Gordon in Matt Reeves' The Batman is probably my favorite depiction of that character, and the minifig is really great. I just love that trench coat that he's got with the tie. I love the hairpiece, and the face print looks perfect. What's not to love about this minifigure? The same way that I really like alien minifigures, I also just like dudes in like a cool suit minifigure. I like, call me boring, call me a Christopher Nolan, but like I just like a guy in a suit. Next up we have Technic Figure Cyber Person, black legs, purple armor, mechanical arms, dark gray head, cyborg eyepiece. While not really a minifigure, he still counts to me because I love him. I want to get to know this guy. I have like a friend crush on this guy. But he's way too cool for me. I don't even know if he would talk to me. Drop your theories in the comments as to whether Technic Figure Cyber Person, black legs, purple armor, mechanical arms, dark gray head, cyborg eyepiece would talk to me. I mean, this guy, like if you got inside his head, it would be insane. I don't think he's a very funny person, but I think like every once in a blue moon, he does have kind of like a sarcastic diss, and it is like the funniest thing you've heard all year. So it's not like often, but it is quality when he does kind of pull that out. I love the color scheme. It looks great. And these Technic figures are just so wacky. How could I not love them? Moving on to the next page. All right. Okay, number 19, Slimer, trans bright green. The objective best character from the Ghostbusters franchise is Slimer. Slimer is squishy, he is disgusting, he is covered in slime, as the name so aptly states. He's green, he loves getting into mischief, and this minifigure replicates all of that. I think that having a transparent color for Slimer is pretty perfect. I love his huge tongue, and there's just something that's so appealing about this Slimer character. A friend of mine, Personal Bricks, has a few Slimers, and I had to get a photo with his Slimer with my sig fig, so it's as if I met Slimer in real life. I can kind of live vicariously through my sig fig at some points, which is really great. Next up, the Tusken Raider, but the classic one. While the one with the new head mold is really good, I mean, all LEGO Star Wars minifigs these days are really good, the top of the quality, whatever, they're great. But there's something about this classic one. I mean, it reminds me so much of the LEGO Star Wars 2 video game, which is great. I love the artistry of this one. Like, I love the line work, and it's got that nice, like, gradient effect that a lot of those older minifigs used to have. And you don't really see that anymore, but I do really miss that gradient. I feel like nowadays, in place of the gradient, they usually have a metallic printing. But I don't know, there's just something charming about how the metallic sort of texture was baked into the design of these minifigures, rather than just using metallic ink as a substitute for that. Next up, Scorm from Legends of Chima. I know nothing about Legends of Chima. It's like the furry one. I don't know, but Scorm, the scorpion, this guy is cool. I feel like this guy just wants to bite you. Storm's gonna get you. He's got that pearl gold thing going on. The pearl gold and black color scheme is always gonna be a winner. And he's a cool scorpion. Ronal. So a little fact about myself is that I love Avatar. And when I say I love Avatar, I don't just mean like, I like Avatar. No, I love Avatar. Okay? And I'm not going to tolerate any Avatar hate. It's good. It is good. And it has a memorable story and characters. And yes, I do remember everything that happens in those movies. All of them. Okay? So stop saying there's no fans of Avatar out there. There's fans of Avatar. In fact, this blue light right here, the one that's blue, you can kind of see it on this side. You know what? That's an honor of Avatar, and I put blue lights on myself to make myself look more like a Na'vi because I love Avatar so much. When I watched Avatar: The Way of Water in theaters for the first time, I can't remember if I watched it in 3D, but I did watch it in IMAX, and that was really cool. And my wife got me like a small personal pizza at the beginning. I was like, what is, no, I don't want a pizza. I told you to get some candy or something, you know? She's like, no, it's a pizza. You'll like it. And it's like a Pizza Hut pizza. They had a Pizza Hut that was in the theater, that they were selling like small, and they were probably about this big pizzas, right? In a cute little box. I was like, I can't be the jerk in the theater that like pulls out a full pizza and eats that. Like, I was sitting next to a stranger. I had my wife on this side and there was a stranger right here. And I was like, in order to be considerate about this person, I can't eat the pizza. But the thing is, that movie is so long that about halfway through the movie, and I believe it was the scene where Loak is communing with Pakayan, the Tolkun, that I couldn't wait anymore. And so, yeah, I took out my pizza and I hunched over. So I just kind of trying to entrap the smell of the pizza here. Cause it's not like pizza's a bad smell, but it's like, it's not like a nice smell when you're not eating a pizza, if you know what I mean. When it's like someone else's pizza, it's like not the best smell anymore all of a sudden. So I'm kind of like eating it like a rat. And I ate the full pizza just right there. And there's actually no end to the story at all. It is very unsatisfying, but that is just something that happened while I was watching Avatar: The Way of Water in IMAX in theaters. And it just so happens that Ronal is a character in this film. She is played by Kate Winslet, and she is the pregnant, like wife of the chief of the Mitkaina clan, the water clan of the Na'vi. And I don't know, I just like this minifig a lot. It's cool. She has like a special relationship with her whale. That's really neat. Yeah, Professor Mad-Eye Moody, Pegleg. I'm not the hugest fan of Harry Potter anymore, but I really liked it when I was a kid. And this minifig is one of the all-time greats. He really reminds me of the LEGO Harry Potter years 1 through 4 video game, and that silver Pegleg just can't be beat. I also love this hairpiece he has. This hairpiece has been a feature of many iconic minifigures over the years, Mad-Eye Moody just being one of many. And I also love this print on his torso, this jacket. It's just really cool. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm excited about this one. This is the LEGO Mars Mission Alien with marbled glow-in-the-dark torso. So these little suckers, they are 2 pieces, and it's just a leg and a torso, and they attached with a clip and a bar in the middle. So the only range of motion they have is that they can bend their legs all the way forward and all the way backward. Their arms are molded right into the torso. So no, the arms cannot move, but it also means that they can fit into the little pods that shoot through the tubes, or also can be put inside of the cryopods, the orange ones that are on all of the good guy ships. These little suckers, these goobers, I cannot have enough of them. At many points, I've woken up in the middle of the night and filled my Bricklink cart with hundreds of these, only to sort of regain my consciousness and then back out of the purchase. But at some point, it's going to happen. I'm telling you, I'm going to be swarmed with these little guys. There's just something so nice and satisfying about the way that they glow in the dark. And I love the transparent green color. I know that I give transparent neon green a lot of love, which was also a huge part of the Mars Mission series. But transparent dark green is also just great. I love it. And guys, come on, glow in the dark. That's just so cool. These minifigures, they also have a bar hole going straight through the center of their chest. So that's another attachment point, and you can like, I think a lot of them, they connect to their ships that way. I kind of like to imagine that they're like a weird, like their ship is like a weird, like bioorganism, techno-organism. And like with the clip that goes in these guys, they can like attach into their ship, and it like they're like locked into the mainframe or whatever. And they can like mentally like control the ships. Cause like they never have actual like levers and controls in the sets. And so that's what makes me think that maybe it's like an Avatar. Oh yeah, it's like Avatar, like a Na'vi. They like put their hair in, but it's more like the ship like stabs them through the chest, like, and then they can just like, they like see like the POV of like the ship flying around. Oh man, so cool. Just in my mind, it's so cool. But yes, I love these guys. Next up, Mabel from Animal Crossing. Now, I don't really play Animal Crossing or know much about it, but I really like this minifigure, and she just looks like a cuter version of like a Lego Sonic. Lego Sonic is not on this list, but I like Lego Sonic because liking Sonic is funny to me. But I do really genuinely enjoy this Mabel. I think that it's a cute minifigure. The blue is nice. I just like it. Lord Voldemort, glow in the dark, transparent head, dark bluish gray Dementor style cape. This is from one of the most legendary LEGO Harry Potter sets, the Graveyard Battle, the Graveyard and Goblet of Fire. Horrible movie, by the way, horrible movie, but some of the best LEGO Harry Potter sets, I gotta say. And this is probably the best LEGO Harry Potter minifig. That transparent glow in the dark for the head is just so satisfying, just really cool to see. And I like the Dementor cape. It's a really simple minifigure, but it puts all the focus on that awesome head with the glow in the dark color. And also the face print is so, it's just so abstract. I feel like something that LEGO is really, really missing in a lot of their current minifigures and sets is abstraction and artistic interpretation. I mean, every minifigure is going to be some sort of artistic interpretation of the source material in some way, but I feel like it used to just be pushed way further. Like, no, Voldemort in the movie does not have like these lines all over his face or whatever, but it's like that the medium is not a movie here. It's not a makeup application like it is in the movie. It is a toy. It is a Lego minifigure, and it is abstract. And I like that this is more of an abstract design for this character. I really wish that Lego would bring this sort of thinking back. Life on Mars Martian, Canopus. So fun fact, these Mars mission guys, they're not Martians. Ha, that's right. They are also aliens. They are not native to Mars, but the guys who are also pretty cool. Canopus is one of the Life on Mars Martians. He's the one that has the white body and legs, and he's got like a bionic eye, which again is really cool. I think I have multiple like bionic eye characters on this list. He is one of them, and the turquoise color is really great. I love the Lego and I love the color combo for this guy. I think all the Martians have great color combos, but there's just something about this guy I just like. He reminds me of like a little Kopaka from Bionicle, because he is like the white guy and he has the bionic eye, which is, I mean, that's cool. But there's also, I just love the shape of their head. Like I love that weird like, it's just great. I love that they're like partially a battle droid, but like you get the battle droid pieces in a lot of interesting colors. And I also really like the Martian legs, how they're kind of like squatted down. I don't know. They're great. Insectoids Zotaxian Alien. Male. Black and blue with silver circuits with armor. Captain Weiser or Captain Zek. Insectoids goated. What can I say, man? Insectoids goated. Insectoids goated. Insectoids goated. Insectoids goated. Insectoids goated. Insectoids goated. Next up, Fright Night's Witch. This character's name is Willow the Witch, and she just looks like she's up to no good. She's gonna be causing mischief at Lego Castle tonight. Next up is one of my favorite minifigures of all time, which I guess they all kind of are, but we're in the top 10 now. And this is the Lego Fly Monster Series 14. Oh! I love the classic movie, The Fly. I love the David Cronenberg movie, The Fly. I just like it when a dude transforms into a fly and it's tragic and his humanity slips away and he becomes a fly. And this minifigure represents all that. The head is dual molded with black and transparent red, which is really cool. He's got a claw hand. He's got transparent brown wings. This minifigure, in my eyes, is a perfect minifigure. There's nothing I would change about this. And because I am just such a huge fan of horror movies and David Cronenberg movies, this was a must for me. Like, I had to get this fly. Actually, my wife got it for me, which is very nice. I love my wife a lot, and she loves me. Next up is Fabuland Mouse. Michael Mouse, or Mo. Brown head, yellow legs, black top. What a delightful guy. Michael Mouse is like the best guy around. I would put my life on the line for Michael Mouse. Michael Mouse is the type of guy that inspires hard work and sacrifice. And I would sacrifice everything for Michael Mouse. If Michael Mouse asked me to do something, I would do it because I just trust him that much. Michael Mouse, goated, Sigma, Alpha, all the other ones. That's Michael Mouse. Like, I feel like if I was to ever accidentally betray Michael Mouse, even if I like accidentally lied to him or something, maybe I tell him I have plans one weekend when he wanted to hang out, because I genuinely did, but then like the plans get canceled and then like I do something else and then we happen to like meet each other. I like out and he'd be like, oh man, I just thought you had plans. I thought you had other plans, you know? I'd feel so bad. I would crawl into a hole, a mouse hole, but not Michael Mouse's hole. That's his. Michael Mouse is just the type of guy that you don't want to offend, and not because he's going to do something about it, but because you would feel so bad if you offended Michael Mouse in any way possible. Like, I would be spending the rest of my life trying to make it up to a Michael Mouse. And knowing Michael Mouse, he would probably forgive me almost immediately. But it would be like one of those things where it's like so immediate, you like still feel bad. And you just like, I just have to carry that burden with me always, knowing that like at some point in time, like I offended Michael Mouse. He's just such a like all around classy guy. What a class act, Michael Mouse. He doesn't strike me as a guy who like keeps secrets. Like, he's a very honest fellow. He'll tell you if he likes something. He'll also tell you if he doesn't like something. If you have food in your teeth, Michael Mouse is the guy. He's like, hey buddy, listen, hey man, I got some food in your teeth. He doesn't make a big deal about it ever. He's not trying to embarrass anybody. He never embarrasses anybody. Because he's just that type of nice guy. People love Michael Mouse. And like you can ask anybody, and like everyone knows who he is. Like, everyone knows Michael Mouse because he leaves like a good impression on everybody. Like everyone has like had one good experience with Michael Mouse or another. Like, you could like bring him up a conversation. Someone like from across the room, like, oh, Michael Mouse. Oh, dude, I know Michael Mouse. I know him. You're like, oh, no way. Like, I know Michael Mouse. Like, where do you know him from? And then like there's like somewhere cool. You're like, oh, what? And the guy himself, like sweet spirit, and he's got some insecurities. Like, that's probably his biggest flaw. His weakness is like he's just like kind of an insecure guy, which is kind of why he acts that way and was so nice to everybody. And so like, yeah, you have to spend a lot of time trying to convince Michael Mouse, like, no, dude, you are worth it. You are that guy, Michael Mouse, and like everybody knows it. And that's the thing. He's so humble, he'll still never believe you. It's like a little sad, almost, just a little bit. But it's okay, because Michael Mouse, he's built a village around him of people who love him. And he's like the type of guy who like just inspires you to be a better dude, you know? Next up, Liet Kynes. All of the minifigures from the Atreides Royal Ornithopter set from Dune are really great and really, really well designed. And I love the still suits the best. I do have this minifig, but it is currently scattered to the four winds a little bit at the moment. But yeah, weirdly enough, this was the standout hit from the set for me. Even better than like the Baron or the Paul Atreides minifigure in that set. There's just something that just hits right with me. I love the Fremen. I like the blue eyes. I love the Fremen mask. The still suit is amazing. And also that amazing cloth cape, the like tattered cape in dark tan, is just such a great element. And the minifig is just so cohesive top to bottom. Really, really great design. Looks just like the movie, and just an all-around great minifig to have. Dr. Phosphorus, the LEGO Batman movie Series 2. It's time to talk about one of my favorite LEGO prints ever, which is the Evil Skull print. Dr. Phosphorus has a cool special version of the Evil Skull. He is molded in spring yellowish green with those blue or purple pants. And he's got the Evil Skull print, sort of like, it's like a corroded Evil Skull, and also the skull or the skeleton torso printed on there. And because I love the LEGO floppy arm skeleton so much, and this is kind of a callback to that, this is just a great minifig in general. I love it when a licensed LEGO theme can make a callback to a classic LEGO theme, kind of the same way that also from the LEGO Batman movie, the Killer Croc has the classic alligator/dragon headpiece kind of integrated into the design. So it's kind of this combination of modern and classic, but also like intellectual property and original LEGO designs. So that's always really, really nice to see. And it's really nice to have minifigures that do come from an intellectual property that are a little more versatile and you can use with other LEGOs, and they work in line with like classic LEGO minifigures. Number 5, the LEGO Studios Mummy. This minifig is really great. I only recently got this again for my wife. Wife goated, by the way, wife goated. It's got a really great tan headdress piece with kind of like, and it's like this aged and weathered look for this mummy. There have been so many LEGO mummies, so many LEGO like Pharaoh mummies, but in my eyes, this is the best one. Sorry, Pharaoh Hotep. but you just don't have the sauce like this guy has. This is also from LEGO Studios, so it is, like, I guess, an actor portraying a mummy. It also has a dual-sided face, so it has a regular smiling mummy on one side and then sleeping mummy on the other side, which is really cool to see. I just love the gray color scheme. It looks like a legitimate mummy that you would find in Egypt if you were going to be poking around tombs and grave robbing like that. But yeah, a really great and realistic color scheme combined with the classic aesthetic is awesome. All right, this is the last one before our top 3, but Alien Bugoid in olive green. I did not have any of these Galaxy Quest sets, but looking back, these aliens are great. I love bugs and I love aliens. Like I was saying, I love the fly. And this kind of is right in line with that sort of thing. And I love the alien bugoid. I love all sorts of Lego monsters and aliens and stuff. It also slightly, just ever so slightly, reminds me of the canceled Lego Seatron minifigure. That was like the sea creature from Lego Seatron. So that's really cool. Now it's time. Finally, he's done talking. It's time for the top 3 minifigures, in my opinion. And then you get to scroll to the next video and be on your way. But number 3 is the ghost with white legs. Another recent gift from my wife goated. This glow-in-the-dark shroud piece has been on my wanted list forever. This thing is so amazing, and I like all the Lego ghosts that have ever come out. The Monster Fighters one, or the most recent one that was in the Creator Haunted House, the 3-in-1 Haunted House. But just in my eyes, absolutely nothing beats the classic ghost. That classic smile expression, just there's like a near like gooiness to the appearance of this ghost. The sheet is great, and yeah, again, glow in the dark. I love glow in the dark Lego. It's also one of the reasons why transparent neon green is one of my favorite colors, is because it glows under blue light, which maybe there's a blue light right over there, so you can kind of see that on my sig fig right here on the crystal that's on top of his head. But this Lego ghost, it just does not get better than this at all. I mean, it does, I guess, in my opinion, by 2 other minifigs, which we will get to now. Number 2, Dragon Knights, Dragon Master, Yellow Plumes, Dragon Cape. I am so happy to have this minifigure in my collection. These top 3 are actually all kind of Lego Castle or Lego Castle adjacent minifigures. But that yellow plume, the dragon plume, and then the dragon wings on the sides, it's just so ornate and majestic. I love that cape with the dragon printing on it, and the Dragon Master helmet is, in my opinion, the best Lego Castle helmet. The Dragon Masters are, in my opinion, the best Lego Castle faction. I think they're great. He's got great torso printing, and I also love this confident sort of face print. He looks like he's ready to master those dragons, or whatever that means. But this minifigure, he's just so like luxurious and fancy. I think that with a lot of modern minifigs, there's a lot of priority on making them as like detailed and like as ornate as possible. Sometimes it works, sometimes I don't think it does. But this is a minifigure where I feel like it hits like the perfect middle ground. It has a great printed cape, which I love printed capes. That's great to see. And it's fancy, but it's not too much. He doesn't even have leg printing. He has a simple alternating colors, legs and arms, which is also just a really cool design choice. I love the color scheme. It's simple, it's bold. I mean, red, blue, yellow, just the primary colors, and then black. It's just so great to see, and he feels like so classic Lego. The Lego Dragon Masters, even though they came out towards kind of the end of classic Lego Castle, they feel like the most Lego that Lego Castle has ever been to me. And I think part of that is because of the color scheme. Maybe it's because it introduced both Magisto and a Lego Dragon, so pretty good in my opinion. But yeah, the Lego Dragon Master has got to be up there, one of the best minifigs of all time. And now finally, the moment you've all been waiting for, the moment that you've been on the edge of your seat for, and you've been, maybe you even skipped to this part of the video because you don't care about anything else I have to say. But what is the number 1 minifigure? What is it? What is it? That's right. This right here is the number 1 minifigure ever. skeleton, standard head, floppy arms. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Every time I see this minifig, it fills me with such indescribable joy and emotion. The classic head print. The face actually used to be bigger. It has been shrunk down in more recent LEGO skeletons, but I love this one that's just huge. It covers like the whole face. The floppy arms are so iconic and like mesmerizing and fun. And this minifigure, it's been incorporated into so many LEGO play features where it'll like flop down or jump scare you or whatever, and the floppy arms just bring it to life. Kind of a weird reference I'm gonna make, but like a lot of Muppets will actually have a lot of hair or just other floppy elements added to them, because as the puppeteer moves them around, it brings them to life just that much more. And I feel that it's the same concept with the floppy arm skeleton. Because the arms are so loose and wiggly, anytime you move this around, it brings it to life. It feels alive, but also dead in a way. It feels like this is an actual deceased LEGO minifigure, while these minifigures are, you know, rigid and can be posed. This minifigure has no ability to be posed in the arms. It cannot hold weapons or accessories, and it cannot be posed because it is a minifigure that through death has been reduced to a mere prop or set dressing, and I love it so much. Another really great use of the floppy arms, kind of as honorable mentions, were the classic LEGO Dementors, and then also, Ninjago fans, here's your moment to shine. The Ninjago bowling pins in tan, which are super fun to throw your Spinjitzu spinner into and have them flop everywhere. This minifig is where it peaks. It simply does not get better than the floppy arm LEGO skeleton. So anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I certainly enjoyed sharing my opinions on the internet, because that's my favorite thing to do. And I hope that you can all be reasonable in the comments. And also remember, if there is a minifigure that did not make this list, it's not because I'm an idiot and I forgot it. I omitted it in favor of one of the minifigs that is on the list. So take that as you will. I also want you to know that if you watch this video, I love you, and that you are a worthwhile person to have around, and you know, I like you. I like you. And please subscribe for more videos like this, or better videos perhaps. And I hope you have a great day.